From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning across the country as $1,400 third stimulus check get incredible great news overnight. The breaking developments across the board. First, $1,400 third stimulus checks could land March 24th. A series of major big banks are now reporting. Also, Direct Express is now telling viewers this channel that March 24th may be the day in which they're getting their stimulus check by direct deposit. Also, big great news across the board is that paper checks have already started landing. Is your paper check going to come in the mail this Saturday morning as well? Also, I have new video from the White House. A new video from the White House released, which is absolutely incredibly wonderful, in which the president speaks to someone on disabilities and says, guess what? You're getting a stimulus check. You deserve a stimulus check, especially because you're on disabilities. This is a great message, first ever recorded about SSI and SSDI people really needing stimulus checks. Elsewhere, the president goes to Georgia and speaks about stimulus and stimulus checks in a new message. I have that video as well. Dr. Fauci has the latest update Friday evening about the spread of the variants. A new warning from the Federal Reserve, yet a second one about stimulus and alerts. And then a laugh a minute. Chuck Schumer has a new message, and it actually is very laughable because of what happened at the White House on Friday. Get ready for some deliciousness. The coffee is brewing. The toast is toasting. The butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and all we need is a little more bacon. Sirloin says hello, Javita Lake says hello, and Blaine66 says don't ask for any help, he's on vacation. It's a new day. As Mornings LA kicks into high gear, you're getting a stimulus check, and I'll tell you how. As Mornings LA starts right now. Toast is toast and the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and your stimulus check is about to be here as well. Congratulations with breaking developing news overnight about March 24th as a big date for stimulus check arrivals. I have a lot of details in this video. All great news, whether it's electronic receipt of the stimulus check of $1,400, the third stimulus check, or paper check. A lot of great news in this morning's recording. Also, new videos from the White House, new videos for Dr. Fauci, and new videos from the Federal Reserve, and a laugh a minute. You're going to run a laugh about this one for Chuck Schumer. Oh, my goodness. One of the messages I want to start this Saturday morning is I want you smiling, laughing with me, staying inspired, staying informed and motivated, because stimulus checks are not something to stress about. Maybe not bringing people bacon after they ask for it is something to stress about, but not a stimulus check. It's going to land, so I want you to keep a smile on your face. And also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. Let's see if we can do 2,000-3,000 likes. And if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel. All right, let's get to the breaking news. This is huge. First, banks are now reporting to viewers of this channel that March 24th is the day in which they're getting their electronic stimulus check. And these banks include Direct Express. Yes, this is incredible, great news. More about that in a second. Second, paper checks are landing in mailboxes today, and they started on Thursday. Oh yes, this is also really big, great news. Finally, more stimulus checks will land by direct deposit today, more Monday and more Tuesday, and yours will be coming next week. Wow, let's get to all the details. First, no less than I would say about a dozen to 24 viewers have now received alerts since the start of midday Friday to this morning that they are receiving their electronic third stimulus check of $1,400 on March 24th. This is huge, great news. The alerts are being sent to viewers of this channel who bank at big banks and also viewers who bank at Direct Express. One viewer specifically sent me a screen grab of the Direct Express alert she received, and it showed March 24th, to which I asked the obvious question. But what date do you usually receive your benefits? Is that is that usually the 24th of the month? She said, absolutely not. It's a totally different time of the month. This is 100% definitely my stimulus check is coming March 24th. That viewer was not alone. I received about that many messages from viewers saying that they received alerts that March 24th is when they are receiving direct deposit of their stimulus check in big banks, credit unions, and also Direct Express. This is huge, great news, and I want you to understand that sometimes alerts don't work for everyone. And while you may not have gotten that alert, this is the big news that indicates that potentially your stimulus check is arriving March 24th, even if you've not received that alert. The next set of messages that viewers are also receiving, ironically, this is very strange, is from the IRS Track My Stimulus tool, which categorically has been incorrect, but is now telling viewers that a new date is March 24th. Some viewers are now reporting to me overnight that they show alerts from their bank of March 24th and alerts from Check My IRS tool of March 24th. This is huge, great news. Finally, one viewer says that when they tracked their stimulus check, they found March 27th as the arrival date for paper check. But there's more great news on top of that. If you joined me yesterday, in the middle of the day, I had one viewer report that they received their stimulus check in the mail while I was going live. In the middle of Friday, they received their stimulus check of $1,400, the third stimulus check, in the mail Friday in the middle of the day. To which I said that on air. And another viewer said, you know what? My neighbors, they got their stimulus checks by paper check on Thursday. So this is huge, great news. Let's recap. A week ago yesterday, on a Friday, all the stimulus checks were sent out by electronic disbursements to the banks. The date on the check said generally March 17th. So a lot of the big banks decided to hold the funds until March 17th because that was the effective date that they couldn't release them until that date. And that's St. Patrick's Day. And across St. Patrick's Day, it started calm in the start of the day. But by the middle of the day, the list grew. And by March 18th, the list continued to grow. And yesterday, more banks were added to the list. The great news is it's only really been 2 days since the vast majority of banks in the United States have started to post the $14 third stimulus check by electronic deposit. So you're in a good circumstance. Let's go over the banks that have posted so far as of Saturday morning. They are Citizens Bank, PNG, Bancorp Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, and People's United Bank. Of course, I had that one incredible viewer, Teresa, who yesterday said in the middle of the day, it just posted to Green Dot for me. And I've been hearing you, LA, talk about Green Dot for 2 days. So tell viewers, stay informed and stay positive because it just posted for me for Green Dot. Also, People United Bank, US Bank, PNC has posted. Capital One Bank as well. Joining the list is USAA, Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex, Bluebird, Navy Federal, also Bank America, Chase, Wells Fargo, H&R Block, Green Emerald Card, and also the TurboTax card. So the incredible great news as we start the new morning is that Direct Express and other big banks are now reporting to viewers of this channel the deposit will appear by electronic disbursement on March 24th. This is huge, big news. The other big news is that paper checks are landing as well. More about that in a second. But let me jump to an incredible video delivered from the White House overnight. In this video, which of course is staged, the president is wearing makeup. It's with production lighting and similar. The president of the United States is speaking to another person about the arrival of her $14 stimulus check. I adore this video for the obvious reason that this is the first time I can ever recall an elected official speaking to a person or family that has someone on disability and telling them, you know what, you qualify for a stimulus check on disability and you're getting it. Let's hear and listen in to what the message says.
I'm doing fine. I was surprised that I was able to talk to you, but I'm happy I'm here.
Well, I'm happy you're here too.
My name is Jocelyn. I have 4 children, a total of 8 grandchildren, but 2 live with me that I help take care of and raise. I have a husband who's a 100% disabled vet. I have a daughter that's 22, and me and her take turns as to who gets up and gets everybody ready for school. One cooks breakfast, the other sets all the computers up so that we can get all the work done.
What I want to talk to you about is that we have a plan here that we just passed. You're going to get a check for $5,600. You're going to get a check for $1,400 for every dependent you have. If you have a child that is over the age of 6, you're going to be able to deduct $3,000 for each of them. In addition to that, you get about $25 per month more to put food on the table on the SNAP program. I'm told you don't have insurance, is that right?
We'll hear her answer in a second. More about Jocelyn and the President of the United States' incredible message about how people on disability receive stimulus checks. An incredible message which we've never heard until now. But let's tune in to another video that was released late yesterday from the White House. If you were tuning into Afternoons LA, you saw part of this live. Now here's the later part of that video in which the president addresses the $1,400 stimulus check during his Help Us Here tour stop in Georgia yesterday. Let's listen in.
Georgia just proved it. 11,779 times. And if anyone ever wondered if voting can change a country, Georgia just proved it can. Because when you elected 2 new United States senators, you made it possible to pass the American Rescue Plan. Landmark legislation will not only meet the emergency we're in, but transform this nation. Starting with this, for those folks who either already have or will soon have $1,400 in their pockets, you can thank Senators Warnock and Ossoff. But for their votes, it would not have happened. What does that mean? It means 80.
Of course, viewers of this channel certainly understand that when Warnock and Ossoff ran for the Senate seats, they promised $2,000 plus $1,400 and also $3,200 for adult dependents.
5% of the households in America will get that money. Here in Georgia, it means 88% of all adults and 88% of the children in this state will get that $1,400 as well. Just add it up. A typical family, 2 parents, 2 kids, earning $100,000 a year, each will get $1,400. That's $5,600 for that family that's in distress, trying to figure out how to pay their mortgage, pay their rent, keep food on the table.
And I will also remind viewers that the eviction moratorium is set to expire at the end of the month if the president does not extend it by executive order.
And that's not all. There's something called a child tax credit. What that basically means is you get a tax credit for every child you have. The American Rescue Plan expands that credit. It means that families of over 2 million children in Georgia will be eligible for an increase in that child tax credit of $1,600 per year, per child. And it's going to be delivered on a regular basis. So starting this summer, families with young kids will get $300 a month per child. This is going to lift 177,000 children in Georgia out of poverty.
Of course, the message is a little bit unclear because the $300 per month is if the child is 5 to newborn. It's $250 if the child is 17 to 6.
The American Rescue Plan expands coverage and reduces costs under the Affordable Care Act. So for a family of 4 earning $90,000 per year with insurance under the Affordable Care Act, they'll see about $200 a month off their monthly premiums.
Also making news yesterday was a new video from the Federal Reserve. It was the second video in just a few days. If you were tuning in on Friday, the Federal Reserve alerted viewers to inappropriate phone calls being sent, talking about scam and also your stimulus. In this new video regarding emails, the Federal Reserve warned that new email alerts are being sent out and that people should be vigilant about those as well. Let's tune in to this new video.
Have you received an email claiming to be from the Federal Reserve saying that money is owed to you? It's a scam. Fed employees never directly email the general public unsolicited, ever. If you received an unsolicited email like this, do not click on any links or share any personal information and delete them immediately. If you think your personal financial information has been compromised, contact your bank and local law enforcement. You can also file a complaint with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. To find out more about this and other scams, click on the link in this post.
Coming up next is a hysterical video from Chuck Schumer. But let's cut back to that $1,400 third stimulus check. Really incredible, great news. If you're just joining me, let me tell you where we are. The $1,400 third stimulus check may land in your bank account today. Why? Because Friday is a bank clearing day. And while the funds were not sent out on Friday, they were sent out the Friday before, banks can clear the funds. And they can post funds available today. So check your bank throughout the day. Bank deposits may appear of that $1,400 third stimulus check today. Whether you bank with a big bank or a credit union, or whether you bank with Direct Express. Also, watch that mailbox, because the stimulus check may land in the mailbox today as well. Tomorrow's not a banking clearing day. So if anything was deposited today, which it's not going to clear between today and tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow, however, with more updates about the situation. But today is a big day for more bank deposits to appear. And if you're just tuning in, the big news is that viewers are now getting alerts that March 24th is the day at which a lot of deposits will be appearing in their accounts. I'll have a new twist about that coming up in a second. A major twist. You want to stay with me to the end because there's more happening next few days about the arrival of the stimulus check. I'll explain where and how that's happening. But first, let's tune in to a commercial break about today's programming schedule. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. It's a big day with exciting, great news. And that great, exciting news started late yesterday and started again this morning. It concerns direct deposit of the $1,400 third stimulus check and also the paper check. And these are the details. Thank you for joining me on Mornings LA. How are you? The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and Mitch's plane is coming on in. You haven't heard about Mitch's plane since like summer of last year. Can you imagine? Yeah, it's a helicopter. So how are you? The big development is that viewers of this channel are now receiving alerts from their banks and also from Direct Express and also from the My Check My IRS tool, which is generally unreliable, but all universally saying that March 24th is the day in which direct deposit of their stimulus check is happening. I've had a series of viewers send me wonderful DMs with screenshots of their Direct Express accounts that show March 24th, and viewers who bank at other banks, March 24th. And I even had one viewer get an alert that the paper check is coming March 27th. Let me go over the details. But first, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. A lot of things are happening throughout the day, and I expect today to be a very full day. You saw what happened yesterday. I was live on air, and suddenly the news hit about the paper checks. The paper checks hit, and we learned that paper checks were delivered starting yesterday, Thursday, and more landed Friday. More could arrive today, this Saturday. So make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single video throughout the day. And also like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. Let's see if we can do 2, 3, 4,000 likes. Here are the banks that have paid out stimulus checks so far to viewers of this channel, and the list continues to grow. And additionally, this is a new twist, is that some viewers who initially banked the banks I'm reading off and had not received the stimulus check started to receive the stimulus check from these same banks late Friday. So this could be you today, Saturday. They are Citizens Bank, PNG, Bancorp, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, People's United Bank as well. They also include US Bank, PNC, Capital One Bank. Also included are USAA, Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank America, Emerald Blue, Green Card from H&R Block, and TurboTax. Really great news. Now, what's coming up late in this recording is the real interesting twist about the next few days. Stimulus checks could appear today. They would not appear tomorrow. But what about paper check? Yes, so this is a real big twist, which I first started to hint on Thursday, is now manifesting itself. Viewers who are expecting direct deposit of the stimulus check should also watch the mailbox, because in the second stimulus, we had countless viewers of this channel who got stimulus checks previously on the first stimulus by direct deposit, but second stimulus, Trump's stimulus, landed in the mailbox. This is happening again. How do you know if it's you? There's really no way to know it. The stimulus check, when it comes in paper check form, is in a beige envelope. It's a very thin envelope. It's easy to miss in the mail. You could also be receiving a white envelope that has a debit card with the stimulus on it on the debit card sent by the federal government. That's a white envelope. Both are very, very thin. If you blink, you might miss it in the mail. It could be slid in between other mail from the post office. So promise yourself this. Over the next 7 days, you check the mail very carefully every day you get it. I've had viewers throw away the second stimulus, and I've had one viewer already say they think their friend threw away the third stimulus. Don't let that be you. Number 2, check all different places. Check your bank account, check your husband's bank account. Check the ones you didn't expect it to be direct deposited to, because it may be in that one as well. I had that happen to one viewer yesterday, 2 days ago, Rocco River. Finally, check your deposits throughout the day. Don't just check in the morning, because they do appear throughout the day. I had Teresa, Green Dot, appeared late in the day. Another viewer appeared in Union Bank late in the day. Another viewer, it appeared in the Walmart card late in the day. Deposits can appear throughout the banking day, so they can appear as well. But check all other places. If you are dependent on someone else's tax return, it may be there. It may be in another location. It may be in their mailbox. More about that in a second. But let's go back to the other half of that incredible, inspiring video from the White House, in which the White House explains to Jocelyn from Virginia what else is in the third stimulus package. The great message that I adore in this video is that the White House, for the first time, is speaking to people on disability and explaining to them, you get a stimulus check. Let's make something very clear. When this channel launched in April of last year, I was first doing EIDL, PPP, and unemployment. I didn't move into this space until about June. And one of the very first videos I did when this channel had about 1,000 subscribers, very few subscribers, was that SSI, SSDI get a stimulus check. The video went viral, 3 million views, which is unheard of in the financial space. Why? Because people on SSI and SSDI had not had anyone say to them that they qualify for a stimulus check. Many thought they did not. because under the first stimulus package, they didn't get it because some of them were adult dependents. And that first stimulus package excluded stimulus checks for adult dependents. Well, here was that great message delivered from the White House overnight to Jocelyn in Virginia, that she gets a stimulus check and her family does also, even though people are disabled. Let's continue to listen in on this incredible video.
My daughter does.
Well, we're going to make sure you can get insurance, because now, under this proposal, you're going to be able to get coverage under the Affordable Care Act. Most people can find coverage for less than $10 a month.
Oh, okay, I can work with that one.
I think it's going to make sure that it changes your circumstance in a big way.
We're actually renting an apartment and we get a disability check, and sometimes we don't always be able to make ends meet because the check stays the same, but the rent and the economy keeps going up.
You know, the way to build a country is build it from the...
And Jocelyn's message is one that resonates with viewers of this channel. SSI and SSDI. Cost of living goes up, milk and eggs go up, but your benefits don't go up. That's why tagging benefits to CPIE, not COLA, so that your benefits increase over time is very important. Let's continue to listen in.
Bottom up and out, not from the top down.
We are just a typical family that is trying to survive in a world that does not give us an equal playing field. I feel that you will make it better because you have actually made it easier for some of us in our neighborhoods. They just have enough money to cover the rent or they cover food. It can't be both.
This act we pass is going to get them both.
And we're looking forward to that.
It's such an honor to have met you.
Thank you. It's an honor to have met you.
I hope I get to see you in person one of these days. Tell your husband I said thank you for his service.
I certainly will.
A heartwarming message, but also a very helpful message that speaks to the people on SSI and SSDI who for years thought that they were to be left behind, and they are not. Now let's tune into an incredible message late yesterday. This is a new update late Friday from Dr. Fauci about what's going on with the latest strain of the virus. Let's listen in.
Thank you very much, Dr. Walensky. I'd like to spend the next couple of minutes in addressing an issue which is on the forefront of the minds of many people, and that relates to the threat of a variant of concern, particularly the B.1.1.7 variant, which right now, as we know, is causing a significant degree of concern in Europe, where the flare and the surge that they are seeing is directly related to the variant 1.1.7. This variant, as you know, is every day getting more and more dominant in our own country. So very first, let me take just a few seconds to refresh your memory about the variant. It was first detected in the UK in December of 2020. It was reported in over 90 countries. The first US cases were detected in the United States, in Colorado, at the end of December of 2020. And since then, it has been detected in 50 jurisdictions in the United States and likely accounts now for about 20 to 30% of the infections in this country, and that number is growing. Next slide. So I want to do again is take a look.
And also a very interesting bit that happened yesterday was this. Ironically, late Friday, Chuck Schumer released a new video. And in the new video, he appears on the Capitol steps with Cory Booker and Ron Wyden. Their message is why we need to legalize marijuana nationally. Ironically, that same day, the President of the United States reportedly, according to a major publication, fired several staffers because of their use of marijuana at home. Well, at the same time, Chuck Schumer was appearing on the Capitol steps urging that this relief be passed immediately. Is the messaging off point? We shall see. But for now, this is what Chuck Schumer said at the same time that the president was firing people on his staff.
You heard the remarks of both of my friends that this is about restorative justice. This is not a problem in the past. In 2019, there were more marijuana arrests, and most of them, over 90% for possession only, more arrests like that than all violent crime arrests combined. And the problem is...
Isn't that incredible?
Yes. And the problem is that It's not everybody that's getting arrested. This is not a war on drugs, it's a war on people, and certain people. Veterans are disproportionately arrested for.
But the big news as we go into Saturday morning is that there's incredible progress finally on your $1,400 third stimulus check. Millions of Americans started receiving it a week ago yesterday. More started receiving it on St. Patrick's Day. The great news is that it's not something to be stressed out about, because ultimately the vast majority of banks started paying it on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Why? Because for them, the effective date that they were delivered the stimulus was March 17th. It's only been less than 2 days since the vast majority of banks started to pay out the stimulus check. We may look at the date at which the bill was signed, or when the president talked about sending out the money, or the date at which the money went out, which was a week ago yesterday. But for most of the major banks in the United States, the effective date of the stimulus check was this St. Patrick's Day, and they've just started to pay out. So there's no reason to fret. There's no reason to be stressed out. There's no reason to be worried. I want you to promise with me, and I'll promise with you, we'll stay positive, we'll stay smiling, we'll stay motivated, because the stimulus check is coming. The great news is that millions of viewers have gotten it. More overnight, countless overnight, have gotten this private message from their bank that it's coming on March 24th, including those on Direct Express. And paper checks are also landing in bank accounts already since Thursday. In the video right after this, I'll be going into the live chat with you, and I'll be interacting with you specifically. And we'll be chatting back and forth about which new banks have done what. I want to be here, the latest updates for you, so deliver any information you can. It's coming right up as Mornings LA continues. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. Let's see if we could do 2,000-3,000 likes. And stay with me as Mornings LA continues in 5 minutes after this.